Being auto-corrected. Oh, by the way. I'm using historical weather today, so the weather is set to December the 7th last year, when there was a storm in the UK. Can't hear any audio. No, it should be alright. My end. Just gonna do a test. Hey Egbert, can you hear me alright? Katie says she can't hear anything. Okay, must be Katie then. Anyway, welcome to the Isle of Wight. We're on Sandown at the moment. As I said, it's historical weather set to last year. I'm just in the balloon. I'm just in the balloon and got to see where we end up going, really. Gotta make sure I've got all the fuel sorted out before I do anything. How are you, by the way, Egbert? I don't know what this stream is going to be like. Well, it'll be a disaster whatever happens, right? Anyway, so we've got... Right, okay. Well, he's packed, yeah, exactly. I've got no idea where we're going to end up. I'm guessing by the windsock it'll probably... I've started on the Isle of Wight because hopefully we'll end up in mainland somewhere. Try and work out buttons again because it's a while since I've flown the balloon. I had certain buttons linked up. I'll press a button in a minute and see what happens. Go with it. That one. I'm just gonna work out what button did something. What button was it? That one. That wasn't that one. What button was it? The button that basically, like... There was a button that basically turned off the... button. Oh, is that it? That one. No. Was it? Was it that one? Was it that one? Was it that one? Button. The button was. I'll find it in a minute. Oh no, it wasn't that one. Oh. It was like... Not that one. Where's the button gone? That one. It's windy, yes. As I said, it's historical weather. It's from last December when we had a storm in the UK. But there's a button that basically like an anchor button. It's like it's keeping me in the ground at the minute, and then there's a button and it like unhook you from the ground. It's like an anchor. I can't remember what button it was. Yeah, everything's always technology's fault, isn't it? Bit like this at the minute. I should have sorted this out before I started the stream, to be honest. Oh. Might have to just hang on. I have to go into settings. I need to work out what button it was. Sorry about this. This is a bit amateurish. Bit amateur. Alt F4. Yes, very helpful, Katie. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Helpful. I don't even know what it. I don't even know what it comes under. Way that I can get play. Right. Let balloon vent. I'll be here somewhere. Even if it's on the controller. Might give up in a minute. Oh, it might parking brake. Yeah, that was the one. Oh god, we're gonna get stuck in the tree. Ah! Oh, come on, get out the tree. Come on, let's go. Come on, up we go. Come on, let's go. Oh dear. Willow isn't happy. I'm not happy either. Well, that was a good start, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a brilliant start. Well done, me. Well, welcome to the tree. Oh, I might have to restart that. Well, yeah. Anyway. Well, yeah. Okay. Just this a minute, and we'll just eat. We'll do what they do on Vatsim. Right, let's try it again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. Here we go. We're off now. Here we go. As I said, we're started on the Isle of Wight, and near Sandown Airport, actually. Sandown Airfield. Airfield here. The weather has been set to, as I said, December the 7th last year when there was a storm here. Why it's very windy. just heading towards the. There's, I think that's Franklin and all that's over there. Hopefully it won't be Italy because we're going in the wrong direction. We're kind of heading in a more northeasterly direction. No idea. Doing oh, ground speed 34. So yeah, anyway, there we go. We might be heading towards someone's swimming pool. There's the Isle of Wight line down there. Look, there's Sandown station going over the top of. Down there. Isle of Wight line heading Franklin. Bognor. Oh yeah, you never know. Egbert. I don't know who. Oh, like that, but right. Oh, sorry, did I? Didn't really spare on a stream. I don't want to go too high up because and the whole stream in the cloud. So is what it is. Got 86% fuel left. I've just wasted 14 before we even got any. Hopefully the stream won't be a utterly mess, but yeah, don't forget though that the way this balloon flights work is once the balloons run out of fuel, then it's not like the drifting stream where you're flying on the wind. But the wind is helping here, but we're still dictated by how much fuel we have. Drifting streams are relying more on high level winds. I hear a car horn, not sure if outside, mind, or they're cheering you on. It's probably just part of the ambient sounds as you're flying over. We're quite low to the ground, so they start adding in like car horn effect things, whatever. It's probably to do with that. Any barking dogs? I don't know, I think sometimes there is, funnily enough. There should be some ships about as well. I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Is that like a fort or something? I'm guessing it's an old fort. Look, it's got a moat. Egbert, is this where you go to on the Isle of Wight? Is this your second castle home? Wondering. Yeah, we're near Bembridge now because there's Bembridge airfield over there. Flying Airbus, you can hear barking dogs. Yes, heard them myself, especially over the wings. Why did I choose the Isle of Wight today? Probably because I thought if I put myself on an island, at least we could go over a little bit of water over the Solents. I was. Winds don't seem as strong up here. Oh, Bembridge Fort, okay. Down a little bit, I think. Still climbing up. Bend a little. See why it's not so gusty. Down a little. Let's go outside. Oh. Bit of a mess up. Hang on a minute, I need to reset the camera. A case of pressing the wrong button again. There he is. Still got the same outfit on as he had last time. He's still. I left my camera behind. Yeah, I did. Probably because there's a button you can press. This one, you see. I probably had pressed that one while I was trying to prime the parking brake button, and then. Better get back in. Bit more. Yeah, temperature now. 37. I need to add a little bit here. Hope he's washed those clothes. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think there is a Microsoft washing simulator, is there? Not too windy now, is it? And the thing is, I don't know when it was the windiest. Literally gone back to a day, so I don't know. Most windiest part of that day was. It is what it is. Still 31 knot winds, that's still a windy day no matter. Still windier than what it is now. Power wash him. How is it? Power wash your clothes. I don't think you can, not unless there's a shirt add on, is there? How to get shirty with. I don't know what's happened to them. Might, oh, here we go. I think it's height based. Get to a certain height. There we go. Now we're doing 50 knot gusts now. We're just going out across the Solent now. Here's Shippen. Very realistic. It will be if I'm sick in a minute. Probably not VR helmet compatible. Yeah. Should have taken your seasick tablet. Yeah, funny that. I'm liking the sounds of the water on there, making me feel like, you know, when you go camping and it's raining outside and it's raining on your tent. That kind of sound, isn't it? Got 77% fuel left now. It's going down gradually. Like I say, I don't know where we'll end up. I might do a drifting stream at some point based on this same weather preset, but then the winds will be at a higher level. See where we end up. But then I'll just start from my usual place, Birmingham. It was interesting about Birmingham, about the fact that it had to be removed from sale for a few weeks. But it's back up on sale again now, though. Yeah. I didn't know about it. It was only until like I heard that he'd re-released it, and that he was encouraging people to download the latest version. And then I looked into what the latest version was, and it basically, what happened was that Birmingham Airport saw his scenery and weren't happy with it, because he'd used a lot of company names or logos that he hadn't got permission to use, so he had to go through the whole airport scenery and basically change a lot of the logos and scenery. So now he's re-released the scenery, but different logos. So luckily, I was one of those that managed to have the last version before that happened, so I can still have a version of it with the logos. I suppose in a way it's a bit like if DTG released a route and they basically had lots of, you know, because DTG, they obviously have WH Smiths, but that's because they had their permission. But then there's a lot of companies, you know, coffee shops and that aren't real. You know, same with American Truck Sim or ETS. You're part to RAF Lossiemouth in Sim with a job to France, but might cheek edit it, go to Brum instead. Oh. doing? Oh, we're at 800 feet. I mean, we need to come down a little bit actually. Fly up now. Seems like the wind is strongest down at ground level. Can't really see a lot though. I don't think I've got any aircraft enabled as well, so I won't see AI plane. I think the only thing the only thing that I've got enabled is I don't have say intentions on. Maybe I should put say intentions on. Let me know in chat if you want me to put say intentions on and have it set to do the person that tells everybody where we are, just so we can hear them talk about the same thing over and over 6 times. Remember the last time I did it, it talked about Blackpool Pleasure Beach about how many times. I was shouting at it, telling it to turn off. Maybe I should put that on. I don't know. Should have done that. Yeah. The intentions have gone up in price now, just to let you know. It's not as gone up a bit. I'm all right because I'm still allowed to pay the old price because it's only for like if you be subscribed from haven't got a subscription currently. So, but if you haven't got a subscription, I think it costs about an extra £5 a month now. It's like everything's just going up, isn't it? It's like Game Pass and everything. I've heard a lot of people complaining about Beyond 80s. You have the free one. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't think they've done anything with the free one, to be honest. I think free one is just the 80s, isn't it? Let's get back down a bit lower now. A bit crazier. I don't even know what they're doing with the free one, to be honest, Katie. I don't understand that altimeter. Weird. Telling me that I'm 335 feet above ground, yet it's my altitude 840. Well, surely if I'm above the sea, both should be matching the same, shouldn't altitude and above ground should be both the same. I don't know why there's a 600 foot not unless it's because of the pressure. The low pressure can always a discrepancy. They say when it gets really bad. I don't know. Looking at the one that just looking at the above ground one, not worrying about the altitude. Normally just ask it, Katie. You need to assign you can either assign or in the interface you can just click on a button and it will switch for you. Otherwise what you can do is if you've assigned a button for the person that's doing the radios, you can just basically ask them to handle the comms and they just say they're going to do the comms and then they just... But on the top right of the interface, it will say the word pilot, and you click on it, and then you can switch between pilot or the co-pilot. Right, on the top right of the interface. It will say the word pilot, and you click on it, and then it will switch to co-pilot. Something like that. Anyway, so we're at what's our ground speed? 25. So we're heading over the Solent. We're kind of going in a northeasterly direction. See on the top there, the top left, you can see a compass. See, we're heading sort of like 17 degrees at the minute, so we're sort of like heading almost north, but I don't know where we'll come over the coast. It'll probably be near Portsmouth, I'm guessing, down that area, or just north, or just east of Portsmouth. Yeah, I don't know what the features of the free one is. I don't even know if the free one allows you to have a co-pilot or not, Katie. I really don't know, to be honest. It might just be that they don't allow you to have a co-pilot because that's another voice that you're using up, and that's using up their voices, you know what I mean? It might be that they don't want you to have a co-pilot because then that means that's more speech that you're using without paying for it, if you get what I'm trying to say. Oh, I don't know. It might be that you just have your own. That's it. Sure, it must say somewhere what the free version has, what the compared to the other version. Right, so we're travelling at about 27 knots. Not mega fast, but then again, I've set it to a certain time, and I don't know what the storm was like at that time of day. The storm could have got worse as the day progressed, or it could have been that it was during the night. So now I've got it set to daytime. Maybe the storm's not as strong as what it was an hour or hours earlier. So I've just literally put it on the date that I read when the storm was, and then just gone for that, really. I'm using Active Sky for the weather, because you can have historical weather in 2024, but only previous 24 hours, so you can't go back for another day. But yeah, not much to see at the moment, because we're going over the Solent, so we got 68% fuel left as well. So. Oh, I can start to see land coming up the map, top right hand corner. We're going to be flying over some buildings. Town. Yeah, we're doing 50 degrees. Just you saying about it kept switching you back to pilot, so I'm wondering if it basically goes, well, you can't do co-pilot. Pilot again. I know. Oh, it's got get a bit of stuttery. Apologies if the stream stutters from time to time. I can't really do much about it. Don't know why it does it, but it just seems to be linked with the fact that my internet connection got downgraded, so that's partly to think. Oh, it's just could be also that 2024 is very resource intensive as well. Oh. I hate every stream having to kind of try and explain while it's laggy. Can't really explain it any. Yeah, that's the annoying thing, Egbert, that it's just intermittent. Right, so we're now moving. Now turn left a bit, so we're now heading more to northwest way. Yeah, you can definitely see there's I think that might be Celsius, like on a peninsula, or just get the big map up. Yep. Yeah, that's Elsey Bill there. Then you've got there's Bognor Regis is here. Funnily enough, got Little Hampton along the coast a bit. It's just up here. Goodwood there. That's where we're heading to at the minute. I'll make sure I don't crash into. That's not what I want to happen, to crash into water. We're in the low misty clouds again. Near the rain on the balloon. The gusts aren't too bad. I mean, they're like 30 mile an hour, 30 knot gusts. I think. Gusts knots. I'm thinking. I can't remember. I don't think it's set to kilometres. That wouldn't be very fast at all, would it? think it's in knots. Although there is a sweet spot if I go up to about 400, it tends to go up to about 40 knot gusts. Also, I can't remember where this storm was at its strongest. It would have been over like Wales and that sort of area where strongest gusts. Your stomach's in knots, is it, Egbert? Well, if it is, might be best not to keep watching. Last thing I want to do is for everyone to heal. I know people can be sick of watching, but I don't mean it in that sense. Ship over there in the clouds. There, it looks like a Coast Guard ship or maybe a military frigate or something. It's kind of that colour scheme, is it? Like a whitish sort of grey colour. Maybe it's border force. Still heading. Well, as I said, we have started to turn slightly more to the northwest now, so we're doing 3 degrees instead of I think 17 degrees doing at one point. But I don't know if it's just because the wind at a certain height goes a certain direction. I'm low again. Said we should be reaching land soon. Maybe we'll end up in Sheffield or something. Or Southend. Maybe we'll land on Tepic's house. Imagine. Or old Tepic. Maybe we'll land in the village of Welford. Oh no, we won't land there because we've done that already. Oh, 38 knots now. So yeah, it seems to be about 400 feet above ground. See, where get quite a strong gust. Seems like we're gradually turning round. That must be the way the storm was working that day, because we seem to be heading more. Seem to be turning more to the west over time. Now we're doing 320 degrees. Maybe we'll go around in a circle. Maybe we'll end up landing in where I started. We've been there before though, haven't we? Remember there was a flight when we were trying to escape from Bali, where we went out and we were heading towards Blackpool and Liverpool, and then the winds changed, and then it sort of made me turn around and head back the other way. Do you remember? And so we were like getting nearer and nearer, and I thought, yay, we're going to be able to start from another airfield, and then it kind of like the wind reversed, and then we ended up going back the other way again. That was very frustrating. That was. Very frustrating journey, that one. Fun times. so we're doing about 40 knots. I'm going to try and keep about the 400 feet mark above the ground, and hopefully it'll mean that we said we'd watch them back over Christmas. I don't think it was watching them back as such, was it? It was more about going through the text entry, the Lanta. I think that was, because there's no way that I can go back because a lot of the streams don't exist anymore. I don't save them. I never put them on YouTube. So they've always, once Twitch from, that's it, they're gone. Besides, I don't think anyone would want to watch whole episodes of what was going. Right, anyway, so we're now 323 degrees. Weird. I can't really work it out what's going on here. It's like the balloon isn't actually heading. It's supposed to be heading in a. Wondering if it's the same thing that happens with the balloon in. Wondering if this is the same thing that happens with the plane when I'm drifting. Basically, the balloon is facing a certain direction, so because this is the front of the balloon, because the front of the balloon is facing that way, then it thinks that's the way I'm heading. So actually, I don't think I'm heading that way at all. If I look on that map, I'm actually kind of going more of an easterly direction than direction. Way that I can find out what direction I'm going in. Like a newbie. Gotta keep. We're doing 50 kilometers an hour. And that's the wind. Yeah, it says 50, 60. Okay, yeah, so that's basically what's happening. So we're actually, just ignore that compass. That's not the way we're actually heading. That's the way that the front of the balloon's facing. So this is the front of the balloon here, and that's the direction that part of the balloon is facing. So that part of the balloon is facing that way, but we're not actually going that direction. We're heading more in a where is it? We're going more in a 30, 40, 50 degrees. So that's more sort of more of an easterly direction. So that's what's happening. So that is why it's doing what it's doing on the balloon as well. Bring the tablet up again. Need to set it. Right, so that's what's happening. So we're sort of going in this more direction. We're going more of can't see my mouse pointer, can you? Crap. Of course, I've got that disabled. But yeah, we're kind of going in an easterly direction, most. Yeah, but I think the storm direction varied on which part of the country, Egbert. It all depended on where the centre of the storm was, so. But at the moment, I think we're actually heading in a almost like in an easterly direction, because if we were heading the direction that I thought we were heading, we would have gone over the land already. But we seem to be skirting along. We will hit the mainland. I don't know whereabouts. It could be more Brighton way, maybe Brighton, Eastbourne, that sort of area, perhaps. But then I don't know what happens to the storm over time as well. Updating. Basically, if you look up Storm UK 2024 December 7th, the name of the storm. I can't remember the name of it now. I was just looking on Google quickly before I started my stream to see when there was a last sort of like storm. I didn't want to do the storm we had the other week. That was Storm Benjamin. But I wanted a storm that was kind of also creating high winds for the south, because some of the more recent storms we've had tend to be Northern Ireland and Scotland direction, or Northern England. So I didn't want to do one of those storms, because otherwise the winds down here wouldn't have been as strong. Although saying that, the winds here at the minute aren't too strong either, are they? The only way that you can make silly winds up is if you make your own winds up. A bit like that time I did that stream where we ended up in Paris, and that was because I made a custom wind up, where basically I think it was low level, but the wind was heading north. I started from London and then headed to, I think it was Crystal Palace, wasn't it? And when we got to Crystal Palace, I climbed a bit, and then the wind after about 1,000 feet was like 150 knots going in a southeasterly direction. Then why we went across the channel. I remember something like that anyway, and then we ended up going over France and then landing near the Eiffel Tower or wherever it was. But anyway, sometimes I'd sneakily bring up the Volanta map while I adjusted the wind in the sim, so we could go where we were going. The cheat stream. But anyway, yeah, I can just about see land ahead there. But I put too much gas in again, because now we're climbing up again, and now it's got a lot calmer. And a little bit now. I don't know how much gas we got in here. 8 degrees. Cool it down a bit. But it seems to me that the strongest gusts are when you're about 400 feet up, and the gusts are about 40 knots, which is still about 50-mile-an-hour gusts. I mean, that's still strong wind. Eh? 50-mile-an-hour gust. Of course, it's not hurricane fault. Hoping we might pass out under or pass by some ships. There are ships about, but close by when we're going by them. Be a little bit further away. Wow, still climbing up now. But far too much gas on. Vertical speed's going to drop in it. Vertical speed, so we're starting to descend again, which slope doesn't deflate. At the moment, the actual temperature of the balloon itself is 40 degrees. Gets to about 20. So I've just got to keep between 20 and 30, I remember. Yeah, we definitely seem to be heading sort of more in an easterly. Yeah, 46 degrees, so we're heading sort of northeast. So we will go over the land at some point, but it's probably going to be east Kent when we go over around. That's if we don't run out of fuel. We've used up half our fuel already. As well, half a fuel. Just trying to get the altitude down to about 400 again. You know, when we get lower, then all the wind gusts come back, and then we start getting blown around. Might be that the barometer. I can't remember the button. I mean, obviously in 2020, beekeep. I can't remember what. Not too bothered to be. Too low now. So, start increasing our height, otherwise we can. We're almost landing in the water then. We're outside. It's still moving quite quick. Doesn't look too bothered, does he? It's that way, he says. What's that way? Better get back in the thing. Seem worse. Oh, there's a ship over there. No, it's not. It's not a ship. And LAK Carter, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Land ahoy, I hope. Yeah, there is land somewhere, but I think it's more over there. We're sort of flying in between it at the minute. How are you? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Promptu stream, a rare stream. So yeah, I'm just flying in historical weather from the past. This is when there was a storm last December, UK. Well, windy weather. We're just flying along in the balloon as usual. Got 47% fuel left. We started on the Isle of Wight near Sandown. So you'll know the Isle of Wight from Train Sim. Isle of Wight line. Started from there. We're just out over the English Channel at the moment, and we're sort of skirting in between England and France. We're more nearer to England though, but because of the visibility you can't really see it, but it's kind of a few miles in that direction. Maybe 6-7 kilometers away that direction. That's what's going on at the minute. But you can see on the map there, you can see where we're going along the English coast at the moment. Got to keep the balloon a bit of gas. No, we're heading east. Kind of heading in a sort of easterly direction. Don't take that compass on the top left as red, because all that's doing is that's just looking at what direction the front of my balloon is. And the front of my balloon here is actually looking in that direction, 337 degrees. But the actual balloon in the wind is travelling a different direction, around 50 degrees. Between 40 and 50 degrees. So it's sort of like a northeasterly direction. We're going more to the northeast rather than heading direction that shows you. That's just looking where the front of the balloon is. The front of the balloon is more to west. But we're kind of going in the, and we got 45% fuel left, so the fuel is slowly going down. This isn't meant to be a long stream. This isn't like my drifting streams where they can last quite a while. This is based on the balloon. I didn't want to go too high in the balloon because then you go in the clouds and then you can't see anything. So I just want to stay low to the water as much as possible. But it was a bit windier on that day than what it is at the moment in UK. It's not very windy at all here. If I'd have done a balloon stream today, we wouldn't have gone very far at all. I thought, well, I'll just pick a day when it was, have some fun with it, where we end up. Where we land. I'm hoping we don't ditch in the sea. And there are some ships out here as well, but they're hiding at them. There has been some ships visible, but we just haven't flown close enough to them. I can see a ship over in the distance there. I don't know if you can make it out, but ferry of some sort in the distance there. But yeah, I haven't been streaming much Carder, to be honest. I went to Sweden a couple of weeks ago. Came back from there, but I've just done a couple of streams really now and again. I've just been focusing more on the trucks. Because Euro Trucks and American Trucks had the Halloween event, so I did a couple of streams about that, but... yeah, that's or actually, in the winter time, the fuel goes down quicker in a hot air balloon because it's all about keeping the canopy hot. Because it's all about keeping this warm. So in cold weather, then it cools down quicker. So if you're in a hot climate, like Turkey or some of these other countries where they do these hot air balloon things, and obviously use up less fuel because there's more hot air around. You know, the ground has hot air, and the balloon don't have to use as much gas. Whereas colder weather, then obviously the cools down a lot. That's why a lot of balloon flights tend to be in the summer in the UK, because that's when there's more thermals balloons can use thermals, but then also the ground, yeah, the ambient air is because this is from real weather from December, so you can imagine the air temperature in December, very warm. And that's also why you can't really go very high. I remember the world record for a hot air balloon was in India, and it was on a very hot day. I think the ground temperature was really hot, so when they went up to like 30,000 feet, which I think is where they went up to, and obviously even though it was cold up there, they still, whereas if you tried to do that in the UK, because I've tried to do balloon flights on here where I've gotten really high, but literally as soon as you get up so high, the canopy just cools down so fast that you have to just keep putting gas in it. Even when you get to like 10,000 feet, you're having to keep putting loads of gas in all the time just to keep the canopy deflating. Whereas if you're in somewhere like India or somewhere else, 10,000 feet, the air temperature probably still, even at that height, is quite warm still. But yeah, the gas does go down quite quick on here. I've got you get the 4 canisters and then you can fill them up. So you can get probably a certain amount of hours out of them. I think, that's probably why real world balloon flights in the UK or other countries don't tend to last very long, because when you've got balloons, I mean, it's the only weight that's in the balloon is basically me, which I've put in as 77 kilos, I think. Whereas if you had all the seat spots taken up, then that obviously affects how much you burn as well, because it's all to do with the weight of the people on the balloon as well. At the moment, so that's the gauge over there. So the bottom gauge basically telling you what the temperature in the canopy is, so it's 43 degrees, and then that's telling me what height I'm above the ground, and it's set to meters. I've got the feet down here, and then that tells me what the winds are. So at the moment the winds are about 40 to 50 kilometers, and then it's telling me that they're sort of like coming or heading 60 degrees, and it's because it's very gusty. Yeah, we just seem to be just skimming the coast at the moment. Once we're out of gas, we're out of gas, and then we'll have to. You can see land just over there in the distance. I think we're almost to Beam Shoreham now, Shoreham Airport. Going towards Brighton. That's where we are at the minute. The balloon itself facing north, the actual front of the balloon. This is the front where the screens are. The compass is basically showing us where the front of the balloon is. The actual wind is pushing us north. Now at 500 feet above the ground, so I need to go down a little bit because that's not where the gusts are. Go down a bit lower. He's been blown around a lot in the wind. Hey Phil, hello, how are you? Just in a balloon today over the English Channel. A windy day. Not today though, this is live weather, this is weather that's historical. Weather from last December. I think it was December the 7th. Weather. Thought you'd run into Phileas Fogg. Well, in a way, it's kind of like Phileas. Phileas Foggy. There you go, Katie. We got a name for him. Look, Phileas Foggy. Thank you, Phil. Oh. What date did you say? December the 7th, 2024. That's the date that I've set the weather back to. Is it really your birthday? Wow, that's really weird, isn't it? Wow, you have a stormy birthday. That's funny, isn't it? Yeah, the 7th of December. Pearl Harbor Day too, is it? Oh, I didn't know. I was just looking to see when there was like stormy days, when there were storms in the UK, and this was one of the days that I picked. There you go. Wasn't intentional. Wasn't intentional to pick your birthday. Need to get a drink in a minute. My throat's starting to get dry. Right, 38% fuel left. I'm really hoping that we might make some land. Maybe I shouldn't have picked the Isle of Wight. Maybe I should have picked somewhere else. You've just finished a TSW6 stream. Oh, have you? What were you playing? What routes were you playing? I was thinking about doing it. It was a toss up today between doing TSW6 today or doing this. But as people in chat had mentioned about balloons yesterday, I thought, well, maybe I should do a balloon stream. Oh, you did Glossop, Blackpool, and a Gronk at Penzance. Oh, nice. Cool. I was going to do a stream because the with the Fife Circle, because they'd brought out a new timetable for the 158s. After God knows how long, you know, a lot of people bought the ScotRail 158, and it took them over a long time for timetable out for it. But there's a timetable out for it now that allows you to drive to Leven, which is like the new branch that they added a while ago. I never had any timetable trains that run there. Recent. You've started. Oh, yeah, I did wonder because you know, when you mentioned about stream, I thought, well, I've not streamed before. I'll have to go over and give you a follow, Phil. Help you get some followers in. I don't know if you're aiming to get affiliate and all that sort of stuff, you know, where you can start doing bits and hubs and stuff, but you know, getting some followers will help you get towards that goal, so I don't mind giving you a follow. I mean, you've come in and watched enough of my streams over the past, so, you know. Oh, it looks like we're heading towards Rampion Wind Farm. I can start to see the wind turbines ahead, so now I've got those to negotiate as well. You're not interested in affiliate? Okay, well that's cool. That's cool. Social aspect. Yeah, because sometimes when I see people that come in and they've just started to stream, that's their like #1 goal, isn't it? Oh, I want to get to the 100 followers. Well, there's more to it than just that, though. Got to spend so many hours streaming, or you got to do certain other things. But yeah, but it's still nice though to have at least you know, have a few followers. It's better than being in a stream where, you know, you get like a couple. As I said, you know, you've been in my stream a lot, and other people's streams, so I'm sure some love back at you. Just have to remind myself when the stream ends. Yeah, I'm not really streaming it at the moment a lot at the moment, Phil. Unfortunately, I've just not got that streaming bug at the minute. Plus, a lot of IRL issues going on at the moment. It means I have to stream less. Also, my internet connection is good at it, so my streams tend to drop out quite a bit when I'm streaming. So that sort of puts me off from streaming a bit as well. Quite a few little bits and pieces going on with. Still got to put those videos up on YouTube. Do you remember in my stream, I think today, about putting videos up? I need to do that today. Getting right, it's a little bit wobbly more now. As we get nearer to the ground again, it gets a little bit wobbly. Heading towards a wind farm as well. I've got to be careful here. Going forward, going to mix it up. Do some decent SC. Oh, nice. Okay. Yes, ATS. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with ETS and ATS, especially in the next month or so. There's a lot of add-ons coming out from. There's another state DLC for America coming out. Got Nordic Horizons coming out for Euro trucks. Updates, game updates and stuff, and updates to trucks and things. There's a lot going on with SCS next month or so. I don't know when the coach is going to be announced. I haven't really said much on that. I know that they've, as you may not or may not know, they've announced that they're doing an Iceland DLC, and they're doing an Ireland, Northern Ireland and Ireland DLC, and then also showed pictures of the updates to the UK that they're doing. Probably be next year. But I'm hoping that the next game update, which is 1.57, will start showing off some of the Benelux area that they've been working on. So the Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg. Hopefully we'll start to see some of that being added in next game update. Right, I've got to be careful. I mean, I don't think these wind turbines have collision detection. I'd hate to be knocked like a pinball. Right, I better get some height above the ground here, because I don't really want to go and fly into wind turbines. It'd be interesting to see if they actually the wind from the wind turbines as they're whirling round affects my balloon or not. That'd be whether they've simulated that in 2024, where the actual wind blowing off the wind turbines can affect my balloon. That'd be interesting. Right, I've got 32% fuel left. You can see the English coast in the distance there that we're skirting along. This South Downs along there, sort of looking towards Brighton. Well, I think actually looks like we might be heading towards Beachy Head, or just north of just south of Beachy Head. I think that's Beachy Head in the distance. I think we might just go. Actually, we might even come ashore near somewhere like Hastings. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? I think I've put too much gas in again. And that's a good thing, really, because I didn't want to actually land in a balloon into a wind turbine. Surprised that the clothes that you wear aren't seasonal. If you're flying in December, you'll put like I know you can add I suppose that's down to me really. My responsibility. I can add outfits after those little avatars. I don't know if they've done anything with that. Games come out really. Sorry, the Gamulator. Oh gosh, look how close we are to that turbine. Is it going to hit us? I don't think it is. It's going to be close. Oh, you can hear it. I mean, that was quite close there. Dicing with death. I like the way you can actually hear it. That was quite cool. They've actually got rid of one thing I've actually noticed now. Actually, they've got rid of that. They had like trees and stuff around the bottoms of the wind turbines. They've removed all that now. It used to look really weird. It was like the wind turbines had like all these trees and stuff around the bottom of them. This is with the Sim Update 4 beta, by the way. Guess they've taken them out. Right, looks like we're heading straight towards another wind turbine. I might have to get to catapulted. Yeah, I know, it'd be funny if that actually happened, but I don't think. No, they are spinning round more. Probably get more catapulted north, I think. Better get up a bit. Get up, let's get some altitude. Let's get up. Get it up. Come on. I don't think we're gonna. I think we're gonna. Oh God. How huge that is. Massive. Get how big the wind turbines are, don't you? The ones that they're building here that are going to be out my way are going to be like even bigger than them. Going to be like Eiffel Tower height. Can you imagine? Wind turbines that are like Eiffel Tower height. Hey Silver Fox Chris, how you doing? Welcome to the English channel. We're just going along in a balloon in the wind. We've got 30% fuel left. Lock into my plane. Come on. Okay. Yeah. So there's Shoreham Airport there. Then there's Brighton over here. So sort of running past Brighton and. Oh, we're heading towards another one. Have you tried that new bus game yet, Carter? It's just a demo at the moment. Some people, my chat, have been trying it out. It's called Busbound. I think their blades would have hit me then. I don't think. Did the demo? Oh, okay. Yeah, quite a few people have said that they tried the demo and they liked it. I've not tried it myself. I suppose it's because it's all fictional. I think you like real world stuff, don't you, Ardemo? Whereas this bus game is more like, you know, where it's set in a fictional. You have the demo. Yeah, a lot of people seem to have tried the demo out. As I said, I haven't myself. So I tried it. It looks a bit New Yorky. Yeah, because I think the people that made it, haven't they done like Bus Sim 18 and Bus Sim 21 or whatever? Oh, so maybe I'm thinking of someone else. And all those bus games seem to be very sort of America, didn't they? Yeah, I think this one will be a bit more. Oh dear. Oh, yeah. Well, luckily we're going through the blades. That's good. Luckily, collision detection wasn't on. Otherwise, I think we'd have had we would have come to an end. It would have been like, if I had collision detection on, it'd be a bit like when you play Train Sim World, when you go through a red signal, the screen just goes black and it says you have crashed. That would be the end. It's good. No paying for bus ticket. Drive a bus around the city. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what it would be like when the proper version of the game comes. Glad that they didn't really have collision detection. They might have collision detection like a bit further down, I think, because I'm sure in the past I've hit those. With the bus with that float plane. There was like an invisible wall there, but you know, I'm not expecting it to have things. Air traffic sometimes. Oh, AI traffic sometimes forgets what side of the road they should be on. Hope that they get that sorted out by time. Yeah. That might be because of the pathing that they have set. I don't know how they do the AI on there, but sometimes they have invisible paths. Maybe some of the pathways kind of not aligned properly with the roads yet, if you know. Maybe the invisible path is more on the other side of the road. They just got to go through and adjust more or something. Just thinking about other games that have similar things. Sometimes they have like paths, can't see, but they're like, but they kind of follow along. A bit like the AI traffic in flight simulators in the past, like Flight Sim X, that they have like invisible pathways they follow. I don't know how they do it in that game. Right, anyway, got 24% fuel left. Still going along the English Channel. It'd be nice to actually reach some land. But we just happen to be just skirting along it in the direction of heading. Wind is still northwest, but that's the direction we're going. 42 to 44 B's. Will you reach land? Did you pack a dinghy? No, don't have any dinghies. Gosh. That was like getting the chop, wasn't it? It's getting very buffety, affected by the airflow from the turbine. I'm hoping. Well, I don't know. Got wellies. I've come prepared. Yeah, Egbert's expert now. Egbert knows what to expect. We could still reach land though, but might almost got a smart haircut there, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's, like, as I said, there's no collision detection, I don't think, on the turbines, which... But I always have crash detection on. I don't know about this one here. I think we're going to go through this one. I think you're closer to Littlehampton. We're actually more towards near Brighton at the minute. I think we've been hit by that. If I bring up the map, I'll bring it up on the screen. So we're here at the moment. So there's Shoreham over here, and then Brighton is, and here's Brighton here, and there's Brighton Marina. So we're sort of, and over here is Beachy Head, and you got Eastbourne here, and you got Seaford and Newhaven over there. So we're sort of heading towards. Maybe we might go over near Beachy Head. Not sure, but that'll be the only probably bit of land that will be near. Then we'll probably go back out alongside Hastings. I don't know exactly what the wind is, but yeah, Littlehampton or over there. Littlehampton. There's Bognor here, Selsey, Bickle, Pagamar, got Worthing. Like, I better get back. Almost hitting the water. We don't go in the water here. The good thing is at least we're doing. At least the wind is helping. Thing is though, even when the balloon hits the water, it still gets dragged along by the wind. So technically, as what's happened in other flights, even though we hit the water, the balloon just carries on going till it basically can't carry on anymore. Like when it gets stuck in a tree or something. That's tended to be how it's normally gone. Like the balloon will just carry on regardless until it gets stuck in the side of a building or a tree. And even then it can kind of break free from a tree now and again. Although that was with earlier versions of 2024. I think they might have... Oh wow, over quite abruptly then. Hope it didn't go back to... I think same sort of. I think it's just cloud coverage changed. This is a CK stream. Is anything here ever smart? Look, you can see the Beachy Head in the distance. I do think that we can be, hopefully. Anyway, what's our wind now? So we're still travelling at, yeah, the wind's still the same direction. 50 degrees, 40 varies. DK way. Don't forget, Katie, cost index 999. Your customers will be happy because you get everywhere faster. you can tell them that you can deliver quicker than other services. You might use up more fuel, but it's all all about getting your customers. If you can get somewhere half an hour faster than somewhere else, then that helps. I think I did Lanzarote to Gatwick in about 3 hours yesterday. Normally it takes about 4. I managed to do it in about 3 hours yesterday. I'm not bumbling along at Mach 0.76 or Mach 0.78 like they all do. You know, I'm doing Mach 0.87. You missed the A320 flights at 3. That was only like one flight, wasn't it? That was fun. Be honest, just the one flight where we think. I said, if it wasn't for the fact that my PC struggles when it streams quite often, fast, I definitely like Sim really hard. All the default 737 flights. Yeah, I know, that was fun. It's true though. It's true because, you know, you'd watch a stream and someone would be like, well, I'm going to go in my 737, and then about an hour later you'd go back to the stream and they still haven't even like took off yet because they're still doing everything. No, I just think, well, what you do is you get in the plane and you press Control and E, and that's it, you're ready to go. You know, Control and E, off you go, all set. What's all this an hour bumbling around? I mean, you can kind of do that now still with Control and E. I'm not like that. I start off in the 7 with. Yeah, but then that's like how it should be in a way. I mean, because if you're, well, I don't know, but if you're doing a turnaround, then normally like how it could be anyway. Whoever's coming, I don't know. I mean, if you're like, you know, I mean, I do get it. I mean, I do like watching the real world pilot people who do streams, and then they want to show you how they do everything and their procedures. Good. But then you get some people and they're like, I don't know. And then they're trying to replicate real world. Then they replicate real world to a point, and then as soon as something in the real world happens, then suddenly they don't want to follow those rules anymore. trying to think of some examples in my head that's past. Did land the Hercules, though by the time I stopped I was in a field at the end of the runway. I think we've all done that. I still remember watching Captain Jenks once, and when he was trying to learn flight sim, and he landed somewhere, and then a bus drove into. It was one of those AI buses, and then he landed, and then the AI bus came on the runway as he landed. But luckily, he didn't have crash detect on. He did. Game over. Yeah, there's there's Brighton just over there. Got into Seaford, Avon, and then there's Beachy Head. 17% fuel left. Although you do get 7 short haul. Well, I do 777 short haul anyway. I do. I mean, in a way, there are short haul passenger flights with the 777 in a way, because sometimes when they're doing long flights, sometimes they want to use them up. If you know what I mean. I mean, sometimes in the past of BA, sometimes they'd send bigger aircraft, like Finnair. I mean, Finnair do a daily flight from Heathrow to Helsinki with an A350. It's just because the A350, they're just trying to get as much use out of it as possible. So when it arrives from somewhere like a long haul destination, they think, well, we can't send it out on another long haul, so we'll send it somewhere which is like a 5-hour sector or whatever, and then when it goes back to Helsinki, it's ready in the evening. Another long haul flight to the Far East or wherever else is. I think Finnair also fly from Helsinki to like Gran Canaria with A350. Wave to me from Brighton. Cargolux also fly there to their base in Luxembourg, yeah. I think it's just depending on what the job is, really. If a client wants a lot of load, it doesn't matter how far the distance. It's all about then the capacity, isn't it? Those cargo planes. But I mean, passenger-wise, I mean, we're talking about a gamulator, about a simulator. I mean, just in real world, don't fly planes doesn't mean that you can't do it in the sim. Do what you like. Do anything you want. That's the whole point. Do anything. You want to fly at 3,000 feet in an Airbus? Why not? Use up more fuel, but then, why not? It's not like you're paying for the. Not like Microsoft. You have to pay fuel vouchers. Just do what you want. What's the point? I mean, you always get people that want realism. So you always get people that will complain, like why is there a Ryanair at Heathrow when they don't fly there? As well, why not? Fly wherever you want to fly. It's a bit like with model railways. You get people that basically like got the right wagon on a train, and then you will get owned at for it. But today, if you've only got 5 wagons, only got one GWR steam engine, then well, what are you going to do? Just put one wagon on because it's the only wagon that loco would have had behind it. Well, that's what. I mean, I mean, you could sort of like say, well, what I'm doing is daft because nobody would ever fly a balloon when the weather was like this, which is true. But because you can, why not? The whole point, isn't it? Right. Anyway, so we've got 14% fuel left. As said, I think we're going to just skirt by it. I think. What I could try and do is go up a bit higher and see if the wind changes direction. I don't know what the wind is doing at a certain altitude. I might go up a bit. It might involve me going into the clouds, but it might just be to see. It might mean that the wind is going more towards the land, and then if I can go towards the land, at least I can land something. I might do that while we're take a gamble, just to go up a few thousand feet, just to see if the wind changes direction. I'm gonna do that now. Very naughty. I'm gonna go for it. Gonna be like gonna be like in Bullseye when you gamble on whether or not you want all your star prizes or whether you want to try and go for the speedboat. I'm gonna start to go up now. See if the wind changes direction at a higher altitude. So we're gonna go for it. Dick, oh, a bit late now. Well, actually, not really. I only added a little bit. I didn't really add a lot, so. Although saying that though, we do towards heading the land. Oh yeah, okay. You mean like play your cards right, get you. Brucey's bonus. Looks like we're heading towards the land. I'm just gonna keep. Yeah. Direction plane now. We're heading. Same, but. Hey. Quite tense. Yes, very soon it's going to be the past tense once the stream's over. For Tuesday. Yes, I'm looking forward to anyone soccer ball. I'm looking forward to the Liverpool game tonight. Only because that's on the only channel that I can watch. Soccer ball. Had to get a bit of soccer ball in. Have you got talking about soccer ball? I promise we won't talk about soccer ball for very long, Katie. Have you got the new Football Manager yet, Egbert? Quite a few people have seemed to be playing it now. Yeah, I'm just talking about Amazon Prime. On Amazon Prime, isn't it? For Amazon, if you have Amazon Prime, good to go. Oh, you have it. Okay. Yeah, because I think the UI's changed a bit, isn't it? What I've seen. Watched some people. That's enough soccer ball for today. unless we land in unless we land in a football stadium, of course. brought up again. Like 10% fuel now. Those of you that have just come on, we started from Sandown on the Isle of Wight. Did waste quite a bit of fuel. I was trying to work out the button to get the anchor off, which I'd forgotten. The balloon wouldn't fly away because it kind of anchored to the ground, and I had to remember what button it was or key combination to unhook myself. I probably wasted about 10% fuel just before we even got anywhere. Never mind. Of course, if I wanted to add more fuel, I could. I mean, you could go into that tablet there, add some. That would then mean that I would be here all day because I could just carry on flying forever. Kind of like the point. Oh, it's not part of my rules. Otherwise, the stream would be like it would never stop. Well, it'd be even be longer than a 24-hour stream. And it would seem rather pointless. And they're like, basically, oh well, okay. We ran out of fuel. Oh, let's just put some more in. Put some more gas in. Yacht over there. Gas you later. Does look like we're heading towards Beachy Head though. 9% fuel left. Left this island and a balloon was not seen again. At 30 knots ground speed. Does kind of look like we're going to skirt it. Oh, is it Egbert? Oh, 7% fuel. Oh dear. Right, this is my last gasp attempt now. got loads of hot air in here now. It looks like we're gonna him Beachy Head, more or less. At least we got someone in a yacht to come to my rescue. Right, we've got 3% fuel left now. I'm gonna have to save that until the end. Smooth the landing. Well, he's coming out of the bag. Yeah, I think they need to be. I think you might have to welly it, Egbert. Yeah, look at the way we're heading. We're actually going to skim Beachy Head. Let's see. I'll get out and push. Ground speed's quite good at this height. It's 36 knots. It'd have been interesting to see if I'd redid this and then actually went up a bit higher from the start, because ground speed a bit higher, but I wanted to keep low, going the clouds too. Plus, I probably would have had about an extra 10% fuel that I hadn't wasted it at the beginning. That was starting to come down now. Looks like we're going to be landing in the water. Fortunate. Like it's going to be a water landing. A boat or something. Very small one though. There's Seaford, Seaford ahead over there. Those of you that have East Coast Way for Trainson World. Seaford, and there's New Haven over there, the harbour. But to gain height, you have to start throwing things overboard. By the looks of it, you only have Egbert with you. Yeah. I know, it'd be great if you could actually like unwrap these canisters, toss them over. I mean, these canisters weigh quite a bit, don't they? Well, not so much now they're empty. 3% left, and I want to just use that to help cushion the rate of descent at the end. I don't know when to buy it. Dropping at 800 feet per minute. And we come. Feet per minute, 90 feet per minute, 80 feet per minute. Like a butter landing. Like we're heading towards Beachy Head again. You're quite high up. I don't know. It could be just because the altimeter's not that right. I don't know. I'm looking at the above ground one. I wish I could. Looks like we're giving them a race. Here we go. Now we're going to be a speedboat. It's just so funny. He just sits there like numb and fuss, like, well, what's all the fuss about? I've got to use all my fuel up. That's it, we're all used up now. Looks like we're going to be heading Beachy Head, I think. Here he goes. Oh dear. Yeah, exactly. You know, he really shouldn't have gone in a truck sim forum yesterday and said about balloons. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, he's taken off. Ah, making a last chance for freedom. The scene of shark. Yeah. He's pointing over there. Oh, he's coming down again. Like a speedboat, isn't it? Now I could press the button that makes the canopy deflate a lot quicker, but I'm just leaving it. Water ski Tuesday, or water ski Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, I could have just done this, couldn't I? Really, I could have just landed in the sea earlier, and then I wouldn't have to use any fuel up at all. Do this across the Atlantic, couldn't you? I think we're gonna. I don't know how close to Beachy Head we're gonna go. We might actually get to Beachy Head. It kind of looks very close to it. Like 1 minute it seems to veer off from it, and then another minute it doesn't. I think it just depends on the gust. There's Beachy Head Lighthouse as well. You can distance. Oh, the balloon canopy's starting to fade a little bit now, I think. It's covering him up. It's cushioning him. It's like what are those things in cars? Steering, you know, those oh, what do they call them? Airbag. Yeah, exactly. It's like a giant airbag. It's like, I'm gonna protect you from the wall. Airbags, thanks. I was getting there. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. I knew it, but I couldn't remember it. Oh, look at that. Oh, where is he? His balloon is melted into the wall. I think that's where we're going to end off now. I think that's it. I think that's it. Well, I think that's where we ended up on Beachy Head. So yes, well. Yep. And if there's any flat earthers in chat, I've arrived at the Antarctic ice wall. Here we are. This is what it looks like. We've arrived. But yeah, anyway, here we're at not exactly big waves here, is it? I'm being too thinged. Never mind. I can climb up here. Ah, I'm an expert rock climber. No, I'm not. Look at that. I managed to climb up to the top. I'm a genius. I've managed to climb to the top of Beachy Head. Look, there's a hotel over there. Oh, there's a house. Luckily someone left a house here for me. So I can go and get help. Help. Right. Are there any cattle around? Is there any sheep or cows? Anyone in? Anyway, I think that's going to be the end. We made it to a house. I can get help now. Though some of you would say that I need help a long time ago. But oh look, there's some of those floating yacht rocks. Last time I saw floating rocks was Star Wars film. Yeah. Anyway, reshowing the scenery, I think. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a quick look on the map before I go. So we're just here, Beachy Head, and we started off. As I said, we started off originally Sandown, Isle of Wight, and we literally gone across the coast, so we haven't done so many miles. But I hope you enjoyed the bit of silliness today. I'm going to go off now and have a cup of tea, and I will say goodbye to you all. Thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for everyone that popped in. Katie, Silver Fox, Phil, Egbert, Carter as well. Lovely to see you, Carter. Soon. Very enjoyable that stream. Arise, Egbert. See you, Phil. I will now remember. Give you a follow. Yeah. I will say ta-ta for now until the next stream. Cheers, Carter. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.